South Africa, a country with some of the best safari and wildlife watching opportunities. For us, South Africa is one of our favorite countries to travel to. Safaris and wildlife photography are one of our biggest passions. We have visited several regions, but in our opinion no region is as good for wildlife viewing as Eastern South Africa with the Kruger National Park region and the northeastern part of Kwazulu-Natal. After our Route 62 adventure, we traveled north from Johannesburg to the surroundings of the Marakele National Park. See our panorama route video for more details, which is linked in the description below. Near Marakele we stayed at the Cyprio Leopard Lodge. After that we continued through the ranger camp at the Entabeni Reserve to Kruger National Park, where we spent almost a week. The last two stops were the game lodge Sungulwane inside the Zuka private game reserve and the Mkuze Falls game lodge in the same named reserve. Before digging into safari life, we enjoyed some relaxing days at the Cyprio Leopard Lodge. It offers various types of luxury chalets for self-catering guests. We stayed at the Ivory House, which has a bedroom with an ensuite shower, a kitchen area and a large deck with an outdoor pool, shower and barbecue facilities. The cottages are built on top of a hill and offer a fantastic view of the Bush Plains down below and the mountain range in the back. Our first game reserve on this trip is at the Entabeni Reserve, where we stayed at the ranger camp. The camp offers several tents with private bathrooms. Of course, it's not comparable to much more expensive private lodges, but a good stop along the way. Unfortunately, the wildlife sightings on our game drives were limited, although the landscape is breathtaking. The Kruger National Park is one of the most famous game reserves in the world. From north to south, it is about 350 kilometers long and on average 50 kilometers wide. It covers around 20,000 square kilometers of land. This is actually our fourth stay, but the longest one. And we had the best overall experience and wildlife sightings. We spent 5 nights in 3 different camps in the park. Our focus was again the middle and southern region of the park. The chances to see some big cats there are much higher than in the northern part. Our first camp was Satara. As already visited in our panorama route trip, it was again the perfect starting spot to get some lion action. Satara is one of the largest camps in Kruger, has a great restaurant and sits perfectly in the middle of the park. The huts are basic and offer a bathroom and a balcony with a small kitchen. On our first morning we took the tarred road east from Satara to see the sunrise, but could not believe our eyes as we saw a lion family lying in the middle of the street. As the sun went up behind them, it was just magical. One after the other woke up and went off the road, and suddenly a male lion came along the road. And he was calling for even more lions to arrive. It was a truly wonderful sighting. We stayed for almost 3 hours and watched them cleaning, yawning, relaxing, looking for shade, relieving themselves, stretching and procreating. Understandably, we have so much footage we could film a movie or even two. And the best part was that there were only a few other cars, which is very untypical in Kruger. Next we headed south along the main road to Lower Sabie. At some places inside the park are heights where you can get off the car and watch the wildlife from there. And we spotted an elephant very close there. Lower Sabie camp is situated at the Sabie Dam. It is one of our favorite camps because you have such a great view at the restaurant overlooking the dam and the river. The huts are good priced for a longer stay if you don't need the comfort of an own shower. And it's a great base for seeing cats. We were very lucky and had encountered with all 3 big cats, most of them on several occasions and one very special one. More about that in a minute. This visit to Kruger had something special for us. We have seen a lot of cheetahs in the past few years, on cheetah farms or in some private game reserves, where they were mostly colored. But this time in Kruger it was the first time we saw cheetahs in the wild on our own, a very special experience. After getting a glimpse of 3 leopards for just a few seconds each, we encountered another one. This time the leopard, a female, was heading towards us and lied down just beside the road in the shade next to our car. Since the road was not busy at all, just 2 other cars passed by, while we enjoyed her company for about 20 minutes. This was an incredible and quite rare experience. On our second morning we had another lion encounter with about 10 of them waking up from the night sleep on the middle of the street. We were lucky to arrive as one of the first cars, but since it was one of the main roads, in a minute it got crazy with so many cars arriving. Obviously the lions didn't like this at all and went one by one into the bush. This was a good sighting too, but the recklessness of some safari vehicle drivers made us leave quickly. Berg-en-Dal is one of the newest camps in the Kruger National Park and offers spacious bungalows with large terraces and barbecue facilities. The camp has a good restaurant and a swimming pool on site too. The game drives there were not comparable to the other ones, but with a rhino encounter we could tick off the big 5 for Kruger on this trip. Next we headed to the Kwazulu-Natal region to enjoy a more privately safari experience at 2 of the many private game lodges there. Sungulwane is an exclusive Big 5 safari lodge inside the Zuka private game reserve. It's quite new and very modern. The service is excellent and chilling at the pool is perfect after some exciting game drives. The lodge is very private and offers only HLAs. Unfortunately, we were not that lucky with game sightings on our stay, but still enjoyed some awesome game drives with a lot of information.
That is a red-chested cuckoo calling.
Mkuze Falls Private Game Reserve is a hidden gem south of Pongola. The reserve inhabits the Big Five too. Each chalet is equipped with air conditioning, a private bath and a spacious terrace with an outside shower and a plunge pool. You can enjoy panoramic views of the river and beyond from the decks. The landscape of the reserve is dominated by the Mkuze River. After crossing the river, we encountered a male lion in the distance. We followed him for quite a while and he finally led us to all the cubs of the family, but see for yourself.
Bye kids. Bye bye. Get coffee.
After these wonderful encounters with wildlife, we continued our journey to the last part of this trip, the Cape Town region. There we explored the Cape again, see our garden route video for more impressions, tasted some wine and enjoyed a swim at the West Coast National Park. We hope you enjoyed this video and got some inspiration for your own trip. Thanks for watching.